Hello everybody, Dr. F Scott Feil here, and I'd like to introduce you to our newest sponsor. The NPTE Final Frontier is the review course that I wish was around when I took the board exam. For those of you who know my story, it took me a handful of times to pass that exam, and quite frankly, I really wish I had an exam review course around, just like the NPTE Final Frontier. Check out their website, npteff.com, and use the code HET at checkout for 10% off to all of our listeners and fans. Hello, everybody. Dr. F Scott Feil here, and we are bringing back Teach Me Something Tuesday. It was an idea that we had before the pandemic, and it was kind of tough to keep up with all the things going on COVID-wise, but now that we're back in full effect and we've got a bunch of new co-hosts to introduce to you, we're excited to bring back Teach Me Something Tuesday. And this week's Teach Me Something Tuesday is very simple. It's a simple phrase that I hope will help you enhance your learning capabilities. And that is, do not use rote memorization. That's it. That's the whole Teach Me Something Tuesday. And the reason for that is I somehow managed to get through an undergraduate degree in English. I got through a master's degree in physical therapy. And I even got through a transitional doctorate in physical therapy before getting into an EDD program. And it was in that educational doctorate that I finally learned how to truly learn. And then the good news is with the EDD, they taught us how to teach to that learning as well. But I was always pretty much a straight rote memorization guy. Just, write out a bunch of facts, try to memorize them, read the textbook over and over and over again, highlight the main points and keep reading it until I memorized it or got it, But that's not really learning. Rote memorization or recall is at the very, very bottom of Bloom's taxonomy. And quite frankly, it's not as useful as making connections or, finding that 30,000 foot view of whatever it is you're trying to learn and making it stick, making it connect to other things that you've learned, or, coming up with a story or two that helps resonate with you and how you, incorporate the things you've learned into real life. Or maybe examples that, you or your professors have seen out in the real world about something that you're learning. So while rote memorization is useful for vocabulary terms and things early on, eventually you've got to step your way up the Halone to figure out, all right, this is a theme and I need to figure out how it applies to several other themes. It's like, I could learn about tendinitis, but at the same time, if I take a 30,000 foot view, I need to know how tendinitis might affect the shoulder or the elbow or the wrist or the hip or the knee or the ankle, wherever it may be, I need to know how it could possibly affect those joints, right? And overall, from a bigger perspective, if you can start making these connections and start thinking about case studies or scenarios or situations or stories where whatever the theme is that you're learning about applies, that will help you really make the connections you need to remember things and to stick, right? To make the themes and the memory stick. So take home tip for the day, like I said, only use rote memorization for the very bare basics in the very beginning of your learning process, and then kick it to the curb and hopefully don't use it ever again. Like I said, I was not a straight A student by any means. I was probably closer to a straight B student with a couple of C's sprinkled in there. But, I managed to work really hard. I managed to get by, and it was, mainly just persistency more than anything, because the rote memorization did not get me very far. So hope this, is something that you can take and apply to your everyday learning and teaching styles. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the podcast and leave a rating and a review. We would love for you guys to do that. That definitely helps with our podcast numbers and our visibility and being seen. So look forward to seeing you guys on the next Teach Me Something Tuesday.